Listen, finally, we're at the end of the road, baby. Season 6, Baddies Midwest. The season finale was this week. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm kind of ready to wrap it up. 23 episodes is quite a long season. And, they've already did Baddies Africa auditions, told us who the cast is, and the season is still airing. Baddies Midwest is still airing. Can we finish Baddies Midwest before y'all even get into Baddies Africa? Anyway, Baddies Midwest season finale was this week. We finished up that from last week. We know there was a big brawl between the new Gs and the OGs. This week really focused on the aftermath of that. It wasn't some explosive season finale or anything like that. To be honest, last week's episode would have been better suited as the finale, in my opinion, because there were so many brawls that broke out. But listen, you better believe we're going to talk about it all, okay? And if you're new here and you've never been here before, welcome, everybody. Welcome to my new G's and my OGs. All right, welcome to Damien After Dark. If you've never subscribed before to our channel, I would really appreciate it if you would click that subscribe button down below. Press my face, press my name. That will take you to where you can subscribe. Also, press that thumbs up button. Like this video. That helps me get into the algorithm so more Baddies fans like yourself can find us. All right, YouTube is going to share this video out whenever you guys like it, so that's so important. Join the conversation, get in the comment section, leave me your thoughts and opinions on what you thought of the season finale and the season overall. Do you have a most valuable baddie, an MVP? It's no secret, we've talked about it here. I think the new girls were definitely my favorites this season. I loved Summer, I loved Big Lex. Rolley's gonna always be one of my faves. One of the OGs, one of my favorites. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought, who your favorites were. Last but not least, if you would like to donate to the channel, help me grow and sustain this channel, help me make it bigger than what it is. In the description box below will be some ways that you guys can donate. Okay, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle. I'll post all that down there. My Amazon wish list. I'll post it all. Thank you guys so much for the support. You guys donating, cash apping, liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing, all that. I really, truly appreciate it. Okay, and before we begin, um, for all y'all out there who have pasty white skin, for all you ghostly folks out there, because listen, even though I'm mixed, in the wintertime, I get really pale, really light skin. But now that summer is here, I like to just darken it up a little bit. So also in the description box below, if anyone is interested, there is a link to my award winning now. Back in 2020, this won the Best Self-Tanning Gel Award, okay? Back in 2020, Best Self-Tanning Product. This won that award. In the description box below, there will be a link to that if you guys would like it. This will go great in your beach bags, in your purse, in your gym bag, whatever. Whether you're going to the beach, whether you're going on vacation, to a wedding, to a party, or even out to dinner. Lather this on, go out, and you're gonna look like a bronze goddess, okay? Without looking orange, without looking, splotchy. This is why it won the award, because it's such a natural tan. It gives you this natural looking glow. All right. I know girls who even have told me that they use it in exchange for their makeup. They don't even put makeup on. They just do 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 do. You can use it on your face. You can put it on your hands and rub it in. Just wash your hands after. Amazing product. All right. In the description box below if you want to check that out. Now let's get into this episode. Um, Ivory versus Mel. Ivory versus Mel Fox. Last week, that's where we ended. Mel had a very, very short cameo. Did y'all notice that? I'm like, damn, y'all flew Mel all the way out to Hawaii, paid her, a good little bag, according to her. She said she made more than she ever made on Now That's TV. So y'all brought Mel all the way out there. I would have used her for a little bit more than just that fighting scene. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if we're gonna fly Mel out here, let's get a sit down scene between her and Ivory. Let's get them to talk out some of their issues. Get them to talk, and because we never do that on these shows. It's just straight fighting. Can we get them to sit down? At least with Love and Hip Hop, I'll give Love and Hip Hop that. At least the people, they sit down, they talk first, and then they get to throwing hands if they need to. And I feel like we could have got that with Mel and Ivory, because you could have sat the two down and talked about their issues, and Mel could have expressed, look, Ivory, the main reason I'm so upset with you, the main reason I'm here now to fight you is because you threw piss on me when we were filming the last show that we were on. And now I'm here. Maybe Ivory could have given her a reason why she did it. An apology. I doubt we would have got an apology, but y'all get what I'm saying. Some dialogue. We could have used Melanie Fox more. She literally showed up, fought, and then left. Like, it was just pointless, in my opinion. It was pointless. I wouldn't have even had her there if that's what they're going to do. Now, based off of the fight that we saw last week, it looked like Ivory was giving, or I'm sorry, it looked like Mel was giving Ivory the business. But this week, it looked like Ivory got the best of Mel. When they played the fight in its entirety, it gave me that Ivory was getting the best of Mel and literally like whooped her ass and sent her packing. What do y'all think? I'm gonna be real with you. I was rooting for Mel because I love me some Melanie Fox. I think she's a baddie, and I understand why she's upset because Ivory did throw piss on her when they were filming another show in Miami that I recapped, by the way. Young and Reckless Season 2. Go watch that now. I recapped that on my channel. On that season, Ivory and Mel were on the season together, and Ivory did throw piss on Mel. That is something that I would want to slaughter a hoe with, too. Okay? You throw piss on me, bitch. You see these long arms? I'm swinging. Okay, I'm swinging. Um, but even though I was on Mel's side, it looked like Ivory got the best of her. Now, do I think Ivory dog walked Mel? No. Do I think Ivory beat Mel's ass? No, but I think she got the best of her. I think she won that. Now, um, I hear Anna barking as normal. That's all she's known for is all bark, no bite. And it's just a lot of chaos going on. Rolley and Natalie, they leave. They're like, I'm done with this. I'm done with the fighting. I'm out of here. And um, they're upset at this point because you got to remember, Natalie is upset that what Scotty did. Scotty's been doing the most, telling Natalie, swing, bitch, get in the fight, get in the paint, doing the absolute most. So Natalie's upset about that. Um, Anna's upset. She's barking. All the OG girls besides Natalie and Rolley were on one this episode. Did y'all notice how upset the OG girls were? They were so pressed that these newbies came in and mopped the floor with their asses. The OGs are so upset that these new girls came in and made them look crazy. Now, did y'all peep how Anna says that Summer was fucking somebody with no legs? I'm like, where did that come from? She was like, go back to fucking that man with no legs. The one that can't even fuck you. I'm just like, well, do paraplegics not deserve the puss too? I'm just asking, okay? Just because somebody ain't got legs don't mean they don't deserve no pussy. And if somebody gonna up it to them, why would they not engage? I don't know. And it's like, where is she getting that info? Who is Anna? Who is Summer fucking with no legs? And you got a lot of nerve, Anna, to be talking about who's fucking who when you literally allegedly fucked your way to where you are right now. If it wasn't for your pussy between your legs, Anna, allegedly, we wouldn't know who you were. At least Summer got on the show fair and square through her personality. She didn't have to slob on a knob like corn on the cob to get on the show. I'm just saying. Now, Natalie is outside of this restaurant that they're at, and she's venting to Rolley about Scotty. And Natalie says, I've been fighting for decades. Scotty wants me to jump in her fight for her. Why would I jump in the fight for her? Well, I don't have a problem with big legs. I've been fighting for decades and I ain't got to fight nobody. And I'm like, you know what? I usually don't agree with Natalie, but I'm with her on this. She's absolutely right. First of all, Natalie done gave all y'all hoes an opportunity to be there. Okay? Natalie done gave all y'all opportunities to be there. Granted, Zeus is a part of that decision making, but Natalie, you know, she a lot of the times is the one that initiates it. Like, do you want to come on, Baddies? Let me make the conversation happen, right? And I agree with her. She don't have to fight at this point. Now, do I miss Natalie fighting? Yeah. She used to fight on Baddies ATL, Baddies South, and a little bit of Baddies East. And I think once the show got successful, she realized, okay, I ain't got to do this shit no more. I'm going to bring in these new girls who really want it bad enough, and I'm going to take a step back. Now, I do wish she would step behind the camera if she's going to do that. But at the same time, if she's not going to step behind the camera, I'm okay with her not fighting at this point. Like, I'm okay with it. Um, Well, again, would I like her to? Yes, but it is what it is. Now, she makes a good point when she says she's been doing this for decades. We've been watching Natalie on TV scrapping since 2009. Scotty, you just got here, okay, a few years ago. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Um, and it's like it's giving the main reason you're mad at Natalie is because you wanted backup. Why do you need backup, Scotty? If you're a baddie, if you're a street fighter, if you're that girl, get in there and fight. Get in there one on one. You can't fight Summer on your own, one on one. You can't fight Big Lex on your own, one on one. You got to have Natalie's backup, Jayla's backup, your mighty sister wife's backup. Hose of a feather, yes, they flock together and now, Natalie and Rolley are in the blacked out SUV and they are getting ready. They're pulling out of the restaurant and Natalie rolls her window down and screams at Scotty and says, "Fuck you, Scotty, you scary ass bitch. I'm gonna get Lex to beat your fucking ass, bitch. And you know what? You're not even hot. Lex is prettier than you, bitch." I was just like, oh my God. Natalie gives me a little bit of Regina George. She's like the Regina George of the baddies, okay? And she gonna listen. I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of like, get her, Natalie. Eat her ass up. Listen. Do I always agree with what Natalie says? No, but I thought it was funny. Cussed her ass out. She tried to embarrass you, Natalie, in front of everybody. Embarrass her ass, right? Now, Biggie, in her confessional, tries saying, "Oh, Natalie, why don't you get out of the car and say that? Why don't you get out of the car and say that? You want to roll your window down and say it. You don't, girl, you are pot meat kettle. You got a lot of nerve to talk about Natalie not wanting to get out of the car and say anything when you pop your gums the most in the confessional. And then when you get in your face, you ain't got shit to say, Biggie." I'm so glad Biggie's not coming back next season. Like, thank you to the Zeus gods. I am just over that girl. I am over the fraud and the facade that she has tried to portray because I seen right through it a long time ago, and I know y'all did too. Now, Anna is going off. Okay, Anna's going off about Natalie. She's pissed. All the girls are so upset at Natalie. I guess because she, number one, she got in the car with Rolley and said, "Fuck y'all, I'm out." And two, they want Natalie to take up for them more. They wanted Natalie to get on the new girls' asses. You know, do y'all remember a couple episodes ago when the new G's were complaining to Natalie about the OGs and Natalie was agreeing with it, like, "Yep, you're right." And then when Natalie got around the OGs and they started complaining about the new girls, Natalie was telling the OGs, "Oh yeah, right?" She was telling both of the girls what they wanted to hear. So I think that the OGs are upset because they're like, "Well, Natalie acted like she had our back. She agreed with what we said, but now she's letting the newbies jump on us like this." But it's like, y'all, this is Baddies. What do you expect? What did y'all really want Natalie to do? Cuss out all the new girls for fighting y'all? They're mainly upset about what happened with Jayla on stage at the club. But Jayla swung. Jayla threw the first punch. Y'all were in a tight area. There was a lot of people right there. Nobody knew. Everybody didn't know, I'm sure, that Jayla threw the first punch. All they saw was fighting and commotion, and they see their friend getting punched. Of course they're going to jump in. And for y'all to get mad at them for jumping in, Why? Y'all do it. That's the main thing that these girls have been pissed about the whole time, that they've been complaining about, is that if you're going to set these rules, no jumping, no sneaking, then you need to follow them yourself. And we know good and damn well that hasn't happened. So Anna, what's so funny is once Natalie leaves, Anna's got all this mouth. She's talking shit about Natalie when she's not around. Says she looks like a cheetah girl in what she's wearing, and this bitch should have had her back because they got jumped, and was calling Natalie all sorts of names and everything. And it's like, why don't you say that to Natalie's face? You had all that smoke right there in the Sprinter van. Why did you not approach Natalie? Anna over here talking about, I used to have so much respect for Natalie. I don't fuck that bitch. I don't care about. Why didn't you say that to her face before she pulled off? And if Natalie looks like the Cheetah Girls, you look like Rick James. You carrying all 20 pounds of Rick James wig from 1984. If Natalie is Rick James, ho, or if Natalie is the Cheetah Girls, you are Rick James. All right, Anna James. I don't want to hear it no more from you, girl. Now Anna's pretty much on the verge of crying. You can see the tears welling up in her eyes, face red. She's so pissed and so mad. Let me tell you what it is, because her sister wife, her hoe in crime, Scotty, starts crying later too. And Jayla's upset. They're all fucking livid, and they're unraveling because the new girls mopped their asses. The new girls made them look stupid in the last episode and had them mopping them all across the floor, body slamming holes on the floor. And they're embarrassed, and they're mad that it didn't go their way, and they're mad that Natalie didn't have their back. And Rolley even clocked it and called it out. That's why I fuck with Rolley. She ain't gonna do all that bandwagon team shit. Now, it's the next day, and Natalie FaceTimes Lex. And Big Lex and tells her, we're gonna go hiking today. We're gonna hike to a waterfall. Let the girls know, blah, 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 blah. And I noticed that Natalie likes Big Lex a lot, because every time she wants to relay a message to the new girls, Natalie will call Big Lex and tell her to let them know. Did y'all notice that? She thinks a lot of Big Lex, you can tell. Now, we see a scene before the girls head out to the waterfall to go hiking. We see this scene with Jayla approaching Natalie outside of the car. And she's confronting Natalie about what happened and how she wanted Natalie to do more for them. Again, Jayla's just like Anna and just like Scotty, Jayla is embarrassed. She's embarrassed and she's upset because she told y'all that she was bringing BGC Jayla out tonight. Did y'all see BGC Jayla? Huh? Huh? I didn't think so. And, she's mad that they looked crazy. She's mad that her mouth was busted last night and she was smiling and her teeth were red with BLOOD. Anna, Scotty, and Jayla, they're spiraling because notice how Tasiki ain't really bothered. Biggie ain't really bothered. Her ass was in the back hiding. She knew she didn't want to fight. Tasiki didn't fight because nobody ain't going to press her, really. Bella ain't really bothered. I don't know if she was pregnant at the time, during that time or what, but it's the three that got their asses mopped that are so upset. Now, my thing is, again, I'm going to ask this question again and maybe y'all can answer it for me. Why are they so pressed that Natalie did not jump in their fights if they're such big dogs? If y'all are such big dogs, Anna, you run your mouth all the time. You should be able to handle it. Jayla, you claim you're this bad girl that you're going to bring BGC Jayla out and you'll whoop anybody. Where was she at? Scotty, all of a sudden you want to transform after being a pussy for 5 seasons and you want to transform into Mike Tyson. Where was he at? Oh, it didn't work for you. The plan didn't work. And the new girls made y'all look stupid. And now you're mad. Now, Natalie gets in the car with Rolley and she reads a text message from Jayla where Jayla says, Natalie, I just wanted you to get involved. I wanted you to get in, get in the paint and help us. And Rolley's reaction when Natalie read that text to her was my reaction. Okay, again, this is y'all. People wonder why I like Rolley. Here you go. Here's example number 529 why I fuck with Rolley. Because she's always thinking what I'm thinking. And Rolley is an OG. She's in the group with these girls, but she's not buying what Jayla, Anna, and Scotty are selling. She's not buying it. She knows better. Rolley starts laughing at the text message that Jayla sends Natalie. She goes, "Ha! Ain't nobody about to jump in and fight Big Legs." That's what Rolley says. Rolley says they really wanted you to jump in their fight and fight Big Legs for what? Jayla said, Rolley said, ain't nobody fixing to fight that long-armed 25-year-old girl. And she's right. Big Legs like me, she got them long-ass arms. And Big Legs is kind of tall, too. Um, but the shit is so funny. I'm telling y'all, I was getting my life because Scotty, now we see her in the Sprinter van, and she's over here just, I just don't trust nobody anymore. Like, I don't even know what to do. Like, I'm just like, I just can't even. It's like, oh my God. The hoes are spiraling. The hoes are spiraling. Both of the sister hoes. Hoes of a feather. Yes, they flock together, and the mighty mistresses. Now, Scotty says that she didn't think that Natalie would do this to Jayla. Do what, Scotty? Do what to Jayla? Y'all are acting like this show is not about knocking each other's heads off. You're just mad that it's not going in your favor. Y'all are simply mad that the odds were not in your favor. And, Scotty talking about Jayla's my bitch, and I'm just mad that this went down like that. I'm just mad Natalie didn't have her back because Jayla's my bitch. Oh my God, please. Why? Because y'all sold pussy together, allegedly? Everybody you sell pussy with, Scotty, ain't your friend. Again, let me remind everyone watching, everything that I say in this video is alleged. Okay? All content in my videos are alleged, and this is all for entertainment purposes only. Okay? Now, the girls get to their hiking spot in separate Sprinter vans, of course. And can we talk about, just real quick, how pointless Jaden Alexis has been? I say that every episode, but I just need to remind everybody, in case they don't realize it. Like, she was such a pointless casting decision. And Zeus, can we stop doing the stunt casting? Can we stop casting girls just because they fucked a rapper? Because that's my worry for next season. Marissa Dene is going to be on Baddies Africa. Are we casting Marissa Dene just because NLE Choppa nutted in her and she had a baby? Or are we casting NLE Choppa's girlfriend, Marissa Dene, because she's a baddie, she's successful in her own right, she's got a banking personality, she can make us laugh in her confessionals, she's a fashionable girl? Are we casting her for those reasons, or are we casting her because she got pregnant by a rapper? I'm just asking. Okay? Because when you do that stunt casting like you did with Jaden Alexis, you see what we got. You see what the result is, because Jaden has been pointless. And girl, open your eyes, girl. Open your eyes, Jaden. I don't know if it's them big ass eyelashes weighing her eyelids down or what, but she's always like this. And her confessional's like, it's just like, I'm just like, I don't know. I look so high and fucked up. But like, I'm like, girl, what is anybody home? Now, she says in her confessional, when they get to the hiking area, she says, I just hope that there's a pot of gold at the end of this trail, cuz I don't even know what's going on. Is is she is this hoe cool? What do you mean you don't know what's going on? A pot of gold? Like, I don't even know what's going on. You're at a trail, sweetheart. You ever been hiking before? Hiking boots. Like, I know all you know is to shake your ass, but hiking boots, trees, sunlight, waterfall. Oh, okay. Anyway, the girls get to the top of the mountain that they're hiking on. You know, they act like they just ran a 10K marathon. They're all exhausted. They get to the top of the mountain. And Natalie's like, I just want everybody, now that we're at the top of this mountain, I want everyone to reflect on their Baddies Midwest experience. And she asks everybody if they have anything that they want to say, any last words. And Summer surprisingly says that she doesn't want to fight anybody. I was like, well, damn. Summer says she don't want to fight nobody, and she tells Jayla and Anna that she never really wanted to fight them, and maybe they can get back on a good page. I don't see that happening. Going into Baddies Africa, I see Summer and Anna fighting. Okay, now it must be embarrassing, in my opinion. I feel like it's a little embarrassing for Jazz. Out of all the new girls that were left, Jazz was the only one that didn't get chosen to come back for Baddies Africa. Now I know there were other new girls like Emma and Yoshi and girls like that, but I'm talking about the girls that the girls that were there at the end. Bad Dolly, Summer, Big Lex, Ivory, uh, and Jasmine. I think was that the five. Who am I missing? I'm missing somebody else. Anyway, well, Noo-Noo was there too, but Noo-Noo wasn't there from the beginning like the other girls were this season. So I don't know. I'm sure Jazz probably feels like, well, damn, why not me? But we talked about that. I told y'all why Jazz wasn't really there. I feel like Jazz is too good for a show like that. I feel like she's not ratchet enough. She's not gutter butt enough. Jazz is not willing to sell her soul, and I think she would be better suited for a love and hip hop or a basketball wives type of show. Um, Now Scotty walks up into the group because she's been missing the entire time. So she decides to walk up and join everybody. And Natalie says, does anybody have anything that they want to say to Scotty? And Noo-Noo speaks up. And, she's trying to say something to Scotty. And while Noo-Noo is talking to Scotty, here go Dick Breath Anna chiming in. Because that's what all Anna does. I mean, she just they talk about Summer and her mouth. It's so hypocritical. The hypocrisy and people saying, "Well, Summer always trying." What about Anna Whack? Is nobody gonna acknowledge that Anna does the same thing that Summer does? But y'all give Anna a pass every season. Y'all love Anna. Y'all go up for her. She be doing the same shit. The only difference is Summer gonna get in the paint and fight with your ass. Summer gonna get you head on face to face and fight with you. Where Anna is gonna sneak you, jump you, throw items at you, have somebody tag team in for her and fight her battles for her. So, you know, so yeah, Anna decides to chime in while Noo-Noo's trying to talk to Scotty, and Anna tries to defend her sister hoe, defend her, her fellow sister wife, her mighty mistress friend over here. Let me chime in and defend Scotty all of a sudden, even though Scotty and I have hated each other for 3 or 4 years and shared the same dick, allegedly. Let me fight her battles for her. Now, Noo-Noo says, I already beat your ass, talking to Anna. She says, I already beat your ass once. And Anna says, no, you didn't. No, you did. And I'm like, did we all not watch the same show? Are we watching the same show? Did you not have a goose egg on your head, Anna, after Noo-Noo rat-a-tat-tatted your ass? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Now, notice how Noo-Noo said. Did y'all peep how Noo-Noo said this? She said, they told me not to beat your ass again, bitch. Did y'all catch that? Tell me you caught that. Noo-Noo told Anna, and if you don't pay attention, you'll miss it. But Noo-Noo told Anna, they told me not to beat your ass again, bitch. Now, what have I told y'all? Don't 98% of the shit I say be true, real, and happen. What did I tell y'all about Anna and Scotty? They are protected by Lemon Pepper and the network. Noo-Noo admitted it pretty much. She said that they told her, they being production, being Lemon Pepper, being Zeus, they told her not to beat Anna's ass again. They let Anna run that mouth, but they know that she can't fight, so they keep her protected because why? She's fucking the boss, allegedly. She's riding Lemon Pepper's dick every night after Scotty jumps off of it. She's gargling Lemon Pepper's balls after Scotty finishes sucking on it, allegedly. And then, like I told y'all, they join together. They join forces together. One grabs one nut, the other grabs the other nut. They suck on the nuts. They meet each other at the shaft. They suck up the shaft, and then they meet at the top, at the tip. Noo-Noo said it, not me. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. Noo-Noo said it. Quote, they told me not to beat your ass again, bitch. Well, you should have did it, Noo-Noo. You should have beat her ass again. But I get why Noo-Noo didn't. Noo-Noo was trying to play it. Noo-Noo's trying to play it safe because she wanted to come back for Baddies Africa, and I get it. Noo-Noo didn't come back for Baddies Africa, but listen, I would rather Noo-Noo be back for Baddies Africa than Scotty. Than Anna any day. At least Noo-Noo speaks up. She don't jump, sneak, throw objects, tag team. I like Noo-Noo. I don't know about y'all, but I like her. Now Rolley speaks up. This is one of the moments I love from Rolley because Rolley was not having it. Rolley had the new girls back because she gets it right. She gets it, and Rolley also knew when this shit airs, when this season airs, the fans are going to be all over the OG's asses. Rolley knew that. She knew how this was going to play out and how it was going to look. And she speaks up and she tells Natalie that Natalie needs to stop teaming up with the OGs every season and give the new girls a chance. And Rolley's right. She clocks it. She says every season Natalie gets this little clique together of new girls. They act like they're better than everybody. They ride the private jets and, the new G's are below them. When Rolley says you need to get to know some of these new girls, Rolley says. She says, you need to get to know these new girls because they're stars. They're stars. And I just knew that Anna and Scotty's pussy was itching when she said that. I just knew their assholes was drawing up and they were mad as fuck when Rolley said that. Because there's one thing about it, ain't nobody gonna speak up and check Rolley when she's speaking. Ain't nobody gonna speak up and check Rolley when she's talking, I noticed. Everybody was giving Rolley the respect. Everybody was saying, you're right, Rolley, you're right, yep, You better let him know, Rolley. You better tell him, Let me cut this volume off, you guys. I know the girls didn't like hearing Rolley call the new girls stars. But listen, again, if you go back and watch my Baddies Africa cast reveal, I said that. I said that about all the 5 new girls that they brought onto Baddies Africa. Bad Dolly, Summer, Big Lex, Ivory. Who was the other one? Pretty P. Those 5 girls that they brought, I said the same thing Rolley did before this episode ever aired. I said they are stars. Okay, compared to the OGs, they are stars. And Rolley said the same thing. Now, Rolley calls out Scotty, and Anna for their jumping. And of course, here they go. Well, we didn't really jump. I jumped her one time, and they are trying to justify. And Rolley says, "Y'all been jumping all fucking season." I'm like, oh my god, thank you. Thank you, Rolley. Thank you. I don't understand the love for Anna and Scotty and all this jumping and the sister wives, and I just don't get it. How can y'all not be team New G's? You ain't gotta like Summer. I get it. She's obnoxious. She's in your face. She does a lot. But overall, those 5 new girls, Ivory, Big Lex, Bad Dolly, Summer, Pretty P, they go up. They are the new generation of baddies, in my opinion. Listen, and I'm so glad Zeus got rid of a lot of those old girls. Now we just need to get rid of Scotty and Anna. and let these new generation of baddies lead the way. I'm on one, y'all. I got coffee in here, okay? So I'm on one today. Um, Rolley also calls out Nat. I mean, Rolley was calling out everybody: Scotty, Anna, Natalie. I mean, she was clocking them. Boop, boop, boop. Um, Rolley calls out Natalie for flip flopping. Did y'all notice that? Natalie was saying something, and Rolley said, no, 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 no. Hold up. She said, that's not what you said in the car earlier, Natalie. We're not going to do that. And I'm like, like, I have to keep saying it, but reason number 561 why I like Rolley. She keeps it real. She ain't going to sit there and just let Natalie get by with what Natalie does, which Natalie has many chins to her face, okay? There's many sides to Natalie, many chins, many faces. She's going to tell you what you want to hear, backstab you later, dog you to other people, talk shit behind your back, and then right in your face, right? And Rolley clocked that this episode. She clocked it. And that's one of the things that I didn't appreciate that Natalie had been doing a lot this season. She would get into the new girls' faces, and everything that the new girls would say, Natalie would agree. She would shake her chin up and down. Yes, yes. Oh, y'all are so right. Yes, y'all are just, yes, yes, yes. And then she would get around the OGs and she would agree with them too and tell them what they wanted to hear. And I'm just like, girl, Natalie, you really, everything Sarah said about you, I low key believe. Like it's fraud. Now, the way, can we get into, baby, the way Noo-Noo read Miss Biggie down in that confessional had me rolling. Y'all know I love a good quote, and I got the quote right here, bitch. All right. Noo-Noo said in her confessional, she called Biggie a boiled egg, bald head, big back, hunchback of Notre Dame looking ass bitch. I love Noo-Noo. I'm sorry. I love Noo-Noo. She's one of my favorite baddies too. I love her because all the girls that I couldn't stand, she mopped them up and then read they asses for filth in confessionals. I love me some Antonio Brown's baby mama. That's who I need to try to get on the podcast. Let me message Noo-Noo right now. Let me message Noo-Noo right now. What is her name on Instagram, y'all? I'm just gonna put in Noo-Noo. Hold on. Noo-Noo the Body, is that her name? No, that ain't. That's a dude. That's a whole man named Noo-Noo the Body. Where is Noo-Noo? Noo-Noo Ford, is that her name? I can't find it right now. I'll have to look for it later. I hope she ain't got me blocked. I ain't said nothing too bad about Noo-Noo, so she shouldn't have me blocked. Um, okay. So, yeah, I want to get Noo-Noo on the show. I would love to interview her. I would love to talk to her, and I feel like Noo-Noo is one of those that would be down to earth, that wouldn't be like, well, I need $3,000 to do an interview, or I need you to fly me out and do my glam for an interview, because a lot of these reality stars got it fucked up. Um, like yeah, that's a whole other story, a whole other video. I could tell y'all lots of stories about some of these reality stars that I've inquired about interviewing, and they have such ridiculous demands. Okay, ridiculous demands, and it's like, baby girl, please. Please, like, it's not. This is not the Oprah Winfrey show. Let's not do that. You're coming on a podcast interview. Throw your phone up. Turn on a ring light, bitch. Throw some makeup on your face, and let's go. Okay. Um, but yeah, I love that. Bald head, big back, hunchback of Notre Dame. Now, the girls are going around one by one and giving their last final words for the season. And Jayla says that they didn't really get to know the newbies like they wanted to. She didn't really get to know the new. Yeah, because y'all were on this hierarchy. Y'all come in every season like, oh, I've been here 3 or 4 years. I'm the baddest. I'm this, I'm that. I'm riding on a private jet. I'm gonna look down on the new girls. Y'all don't really get a chance to get to know them because you think you hot shit. That's just what these blue eyes see. I don't know about y'all. Why do y'all think that the new girls and the old girls, the OGs, didn't really get a chance to get to know one another? What do y'all think? Now, in Jayla's exit speech in her confessional, you can see her tearing up. She's getting emotional and she thanks her fans. And she says that she sort of talks like she knew it was going to be her last season. Did y'all clock that? Jayla sort of talks like she knew that this would be it for her. She was like, this was the end of the road for her. And I'm just really curious to hear this interview that she's going to do with this YouTuber where she's alleging to release it all and talk about everything that she's gone through in 3 years with the Zeus Network. I'm really interested to hear what she says, just because she's cried wolf before. And then they gave her hush money, allegedly. Y'all remember when Jayla said they threw her on the side of the road and called her bitches and hoes and tricks and shit. And then the next day, or the same day, she said that she's going to call her lawyer and talk to her lawyer about Zeus. And the very next day, she acted like nothing happened. And she said, oh, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, that check cleared, didn't it? Allegedly. And now that the money's dried up and they don't want you back, now that they've fucked you, beat you, and threw you to the curb, now you want to come out and say something. Jayla. But I'm going to be watching, and I'm going to be listening, and we're going to report back here, and we're going to talk about it. You better believe we are. Okay? Now, Scotty brings up Jayla getting jumped in the club. While they're all talking, giving last final moments, Scotty decides to bring up Jayla being jumped in the club, and Lex says, I don't feel like your friend was jumped. And I'm just like, jumped or not, these girls that are complaining about being jumped are the same ones that'll jump a bitch in a heartbeat. These same girls that are sitting here hollering about my friend got jumped are the same ones that when they see somebody getting beat will go over there and stomp in it too, jump in it too. So I don't want to fucking hear it, Scotty. Boo hoo, cry me a river, Scotty too thotty, cry me a river on a whack, and cry me a river blowjob Jayla, okay? I don't want to hear it. It's because here's the thing. It's like that song goes. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck them. Birds of a feather. They flock together. I mean, hoes of a feather. They flock together. Hoes of a feather. Yes, they flock together and Natalie brings out some cases that have baddie chains in it, and she starts handing out her final baddie chains. And she gives Noo-Noo, Pretty P, and Summer a baddie chain. Now, Summer opens her box, and it's empty. And if we all recall from last week's episode, Scotty stole Summer's chain. Scotty got up and told Summer, hey, Summer, I went in Natalie's room and I stole your chain, which would piss me off if I was Natalie. Like, don't touch my shit, bitch. I don't give a fuck who you fucking, who you sucking, whose asshole you licking. Don't touch my shit. So for her to go into the bedroom, I guess since she thought that she rides Lemon Pepper's dick every night, allegedly, that she can go steal Summer's chain. So Scotty steals Summer's chain. She ends up using it for her dog's collar, which was kind of cute, by the way. I like that little, have a little baddie's collar for your dog. But Summer ends up taking the empty box and launching it at Scotty. Now she misses. She misses and she hits Jaden Alexis. And did y'all see Jaden? Jaden's like, Summer, that hit me. That hit me. Jaden looked like she was trying to clock in one last time and get a little bit of shine. And I get it. You know, somebody hit me in the back of the head with something that wasn't intended for me. I'm going to be like, bitch, the fuck you hit me for? But again, it wasn't intended for you, Jaden. And like, it's a little too late for you to be doing all that rah-rah. The show's wrapping up now. You've had 23 episodes to show us something, and all we got from you was hitting Biggie with a bouquet of flowers. That's all we got from Jaden Alexis. If y'all can recall any other moments that stood out for Jaden Alexis, please let me know. But all I got from that is that only thing I remember Jaden doing was hitting Biggie with a bouquet of flowers. Jaden Alexis is there because Blueface nutted in her, and because they were hoping they would get more out of her. And we know there's a history between Krishan and Jaden, and Krishan was originally going to be on the season longer than what they expected, but they were only ultimately willing to get they were only ultimately able to get like 2 or 3 episodes out of Krishan at the beginning. We remember that, right? We remember the whole, her saying that Tasiki tried to eat her pussy when she was 10 or 11 or whatever she said. That shit was weird and dark, and I didn't really care for that moment. But I feel like they brought Jaden there because they were hoping something would happen with her and Krishan. Because I mean, what was Jaden's point? I was bored with Jaden the whole time. Natalie ends up telling Summer that she has a chain for her. They have a chain they're going to give her, even though Scotty stole that one. And then the season ends, and that's it. That was the end. The season finale was sort of underwhelming. I'm not going to lie. So it is what it is. How did you guys feel about that? Did you enjoy the season finale? I don't think we needed 23 episodes. We could have wrapped this shit up in 16 episodes. But now, the show's the season's ended, and now we have the reunion coming up. I've been considering doing the reunion live. I had one of our subscribers here reach out and ask me if I would do the reunion recap live. So I might do that. I'm thinking about it. The only thing that about lives that I get weird about is that it's very easy to get demonetized during a live stream. All the lives I did in the past were demonetized. So that's the only thing that kind of makes me hesitant about doing another live situation. But we might. I don't know. I might do 2 different versions. I might do a version like this, and then I might do a live version for you guys as well. So stay tuned for the reunion. That's coming soon, and we will recap that. Baddies Gone Wild will be airing very soon. Baddies Gone Wild will be airing while Baddies Africa is filming. So we will be recapping Baddies Gone Wild while Baddies Africa is filming, and then once Baddies Gone Wild ends, Baddies Africa will be airing, and we will recap that, okay? I hope you guys have enjoyed these recaps. I've had so much fun talking about this season with you all. I'll be back again for the reunion, and we'll get into all that good, juicy tea that happens at the reunion, because I heard that the reunion is a doozy. We know that Natalie gets slapped by DTB. We know that Anna and Scotty get jumped. It's going to be a lot, and you better believe we're going to talk about it, okay? Thank you guys so much for the support. I truly, truly appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Click that subscribe button. Also press that thumbs up button and like this video. That helps me get into the YouTube algorithm. And baby, if you don't do nothing else, I just ask you to like that video, all right? Join the conversation. Get in the comment section. Leave me your thoughts and opinions on Season 6. I want to know who your most valuable baddie was and all that and more, okay? Final thing I want to say here is if you want to donate, in the description box below will be some ways that you can tip your boy using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle. All right. I love you guys so much for watching. It's been an amazing season recapping this show with you all. I'll see you at the reunion. All right. Love you.